Welcome back to Let's Play Endless Space 2. I'm JC Proton, and we are starting episode 25 of my second Let's Play series. We last left off on episode 24 at turn 121, so it's been 10 turns. So these are Super Horatio, so it's got endless difficulty, endless duration game with custom faction of Horatio. They're still Horatio, visual affinity, and they're gene splicers. They are extreme foremen with planet mending ability, and then sowers as a minor race, which have been spliced. So there's no longer planetary depletion. So where we left off at turn 121 was my plan was to build up my fleet, build up military, so that I would be able to move forward and try to lay siege and capture and guard systems that have the rare luxury resource meta and tactogen, so that I would be able to raise my colonization cap, increase the maximum number of systems I could control. And so I have been doing that. Okay, so research we have done. I've completed these 3 researches for military, so that unlocked another level of military tier. I have researched the super biofuel factories. Let me move all my fleets and see what's going on here. That's the main thing. We've unlocked a few techs. Essentially, we're still just leveling up our systems. We'll take a look at the system outputs now have increased quite a bit. Populations are higher, so we're growing our systems up, getting them big and strong. Growing up big and strong. So score-wise, we are definitely pulling out in front now. The alliances continue to shift every 2 or 3 turns. It's whether we're at peace or at war. It's always back and forth. It's where we're at right now. This truce is at 8 turns left.
Through your actions, this universe begins to feel like a sanctuary, not a prison. We have a proposal.
So if I accept this science agreement, essentially it's going to cost me about 900 influence per turn, which would normally be an exorbitant amount, right? And I'll get like 100 and something science out of it, like 120 or something. It's really small. So not really worthwhile trading 5 influence or more, maybe 8 influence per point of science. Kind of ridiculous. Okay, competitive quest, cool. Titanium, you gotta like that. That'd be cool. So we need to double the science produced per turn in the galaxy. Let's see. So here are my systems. Let's take a look at our laws. I need to pass another law. So since the election, the militarists took over, I haven't really been running anything. I can afford to run whatever I want, obviously. I think I'm going to go with green fertility. It's cheap, and it'll help a little bit. Well, yeah, the military support, they're definitely getting up there. So I've been building a lot of fleet, and I'll show you that here in a minute. Let's just check, make sure we got everything covered here. Got another battle tactic, full reserves, which is really nice. So if you use that battle tactic, you have less attack power somehow, apparently, but you get to attack again. So you can use that over and over and over and over in the same turn if you have lots and lots of fights to do. or somebody's running away and then coming back or something. These are my leaders right now. Our quests. It looks like it bugged out and I didn't get to finish the Horatio quest line, which is unfortunate. I really like the Horatio quest line. I did the Own 3 Systems Level 3 Quantized Economics, but it never prompted me for the next step. So yeah, I never got to finish the Horatio quest line. It's never prompted the next one. Science agreement. I'm gonna say no. I don't really need to help them with their science essentially, and it's still kind of on the table for me. I may end up going to war with them and taking their capital. I may just take, like, I may do a supremacy victory. That's, to me, that's still on the table. Capturing all of the capitals. So I might do that. Which I guess I could do the supremacy victory while remaining in alliance with the Riftborn if I wanted to. At this point, I'm just kind of throwing points into whatever for that guy. Okay, so fleets. So this fleet's consolidating. We're almost all together. Oh, we are all together. So he's at 30 point worth of fleet now. Let's go ahead and upgrade him. So he's currently at 12,300. And now he's at 14.4. Okay, so that was a nice upgrade. I'm having this guy tag along. Eventually he'll be able to join that fleet. Right now he can't, but once we eventually get quantum communication, that'll add another 4 command points to the fleet. So then he'll be able to join in the fun. So where these guys are going, my plan is I'm going to head on over here into Craver space. I want to capture Craver system, one or more, and assimilate the Craver population. That will make it will make these numbers go bananas. They will go like at least double. It'll be just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So I might just like grab a couple of these, or I might just conquer my way up here and then take his home system and then come back down through. I don't know. I'm going to do kind of whatever's fun. Just going to rock and roll right on through, man. I don't know if I'm gonna start with Zakor or maybe not. I don't know. I'm thinking probably going here. So that's 8 turns away. I don't know what's going on with my mouse. It's kind of flaking out here. Let me turn it off and back on. Reboot my mouse. Maybe it'll behave itself better. So that's 6 turns away, and this one is 6 turns away. Okay.
As our relations stand, this declaration is in the best interests of our church.
Uh-huh. You got a lot of wars going on there, Vojani. By my count, you're at war with everyone except me and the Riftborn. You're declaring that on me. Let's swap position here. Yeah, you don't have any friends. Okay, so if you're gonna be like that with me, that's cool. Um, if that's how you want it. That,
You have another matter to discuss with the church?
yeah, I mean, you just declared that bureaucratic imbroglio with me, so turnabout's fair play. I'll feed the same to you. So now we're at a nice positive pressure with them.
We were unsure if you were trustworthy, but you have certainly answered that question.
All right. So the systems that are maxed out and on population and have a biofuel factory have massive production because all of the excess food goes into production. It goes into industry. So let's see here. So what's going on? So we have a fleet. We moved down here. We're going to siege this, and we've been sieging it down. We're going to go ahead and invade now. I've got another fleet over here just kind of standing by. So my basic fleet here is a shield and two light cruisers. The shield is guns and defense, and then the cruisers are 1 point of armor, one point of shield, and then a mix of beams and guns. So that's how the fleet stacks up. So that's my basic fleet is 10,000 attack. That's just the three medium ships. Um, and then this is essentially just that same fleet. It's just a shield and two cruisers, and then a bunch of I guess four invaders and about 10 siege ships, something like that. So you can see the siege value is pretty big. It'll take a siege down in 2 or 3 turns. So let's go ahead and do an invasion here on Zenus. So this is the one that was the Cephaloros. And we're going to invade as gently as possible with guerrilla so that we don't do any extra population or structural damage. Also, my military. I did upgrades on the military. And by some upgrades, I mean I did all of the upgrades. So it's fully upgraded as far as these upgrades go. And I'm going 30% here and then 35 on these two. Basically because of swarming infantry gives me 17.5% more infantry troops. So I get extra infantry, so it's actually probably more infantry than the other two. But anyway, let's do this ground fight. So we'll invade gently. You see I can now land 1,800 instead of like just 900. That's because I have some of those attacker ships. So we're going to watch the fight. And to defend, they are using tactic draft. They're drafting 1 unit of population to fight. Okay, and Zenus will be mine. So I want this system. It has Orichalcix. I like that resource for sure. It also has Cephaloros citizens, which I do want. And I'm not going to turn my nose up at being able to splice some Sophons. Although if I did elevate them, I would still get a Cephaloros. But at this point, I want to just go ahead and take it. A few structures were destroyed. this is my first planet in this constellation. Yes, it is. So this was A, this is B, this was C, this is D, and I'm calling this E. So this is going to be planetary system DA, Delta Alpha 40. DA 40. Constellation D, System A, on a star lane, 4 telluric planets, 0 gas planets. What are the existing structures? They've upgraded it once, and we have some of the basic little stuff going on, so that's cool. Excuse me. All right, so they're unhappy. That's normal. How bad are we on food? Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. And then get some basic stuff knocked out. Let's see here. So, actually, you know what? That comes first. Wow, really? Yeah, these guys are terrible. Okay. All right, we got that as high as we can get it. Okay, we're going to do this just to save some of them, to make sure that those ones survive. Okay, and then DA is going to get a bunch of population. All right, I'll come back to that at the end of the turn. So, next is Bundus. Bundus has the meta intactogen. So what we're going to do is we're just going to move over the fleet that we need over there. Okay, so this is the next system we're going to invade. So we'll go ahead and move all of the invaders. And let's see, how much do we need? We need about 250. And I know my siege ships are worth about 30 apiece, a little over 30. So I need about 7 or 8 of them. So let's start with 7. We'll do 6. Let's take 6 and see how that math works. Okay, I need one more. Okay, so 242 would be 480. That's pretty close to 0. That'll be pretty close to 0. I can do one more. I want to be all the way at 0, but they won't have enough left anyway to resist, so it's kind of going to be overkill, but it's okay. Okay, so then the next one will be Nakos. So I'll just take the extra 2. I don't think they have any blockades. I've got these overwatches looking, and I don't see any blockades here. So let's go ahead and move these siege ships down this way. There's going to go blazing past. Yep. So we'll be starting to siege Nekos next turn, and we're already sieging Bundus. So in 2 turns, we'll be ready to invade Bundus. Got a bunch of overwatches just kind of parked different places, keeping an eye on things. Okay, the siege ships can hang out, the invaders can hang out. That siege ship, you join. Let's just do this. Merge. Alright. Okay, that's movements. Okay, so something else I've got going on over here. Just ticking on system. I decided it's, I guess, since it never got invaded by United Empire, I went ahead and decided to keep it. I went ahead and just renamed it EA. I am converting the population with the genetic alteration lab. I'm transforming the population. One replaces 1 unit of your other populations with 1 unit of your original population, and then does not apply to guardians. So these lucky citizens have the honor and privilege of not only joining the Horatio Empire, but becoming Horatios. So they're becoming genetically transformed into Horatio citizens. So instead of, whatever lower life forms they were before, right? Horatio obviously thinks that he is the highest evolved life form in the galaxy, right? So, yeah, that's from his point of view. So, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so I've been terraforming this system, converting these over, and upgrading the system essentially. Eventually, we'll be doing a super biofuel factory here too, but it's supplying food. I went ahead and built an outpost ship, and it's supplying food to this outpost over here at Gatria. These where there are 2 deposits of meta intactogen. So I'm going to go ahead and I moved the fleet down, and this fleet it even has it's the older designs. It's not as cool or powerful or anything. It's only 3,500 attack power, but it's got some siege ships. It's got some invaders. So I mean it'll be ready to do some work down here. I might just come down here and just kind of clean these systems up and take those after I'm upgrading systems and I have enough capacity for additional systems. I may do that and just kind of grab up some more of these, start conquering my way up that way. Maybe, who knows. Still don't really know exactly what victory condition I'm going for. I may do kind of like what I did last series. The answer is, which one am I doing? The answer is yes. I'm going for all of them, right? I'm gonna maybe go for science and economy. I mean, economy, I've got 500,000 points now, right? I need like 7 million dust. Supremacy, that might be doable. I've got a lot of fleet. I can probably just park fleets in every capital and then just decide, hey, I'm gonna invade now. Just declare war on everybody and then invade, and I win. Type of thing, right? Wonder, probably not going to happen. That's a really, really long, slow one, and score is not going to happen. This game is not going 600 turns. It's going long, right? It's already turn 131, but it's not going to 600. That's for sure. Something else is going to be a victory before then. So yeah, I got a bunch of fleet here. Let's look at the stuff I built this time. Um, a few ships. BA is building a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, and then it built these cosmetic genetics, which increases um, the max population on any of my fertile or sterile planets. So that popped the population up, and so then I no longer at max population. So my where is it? Super biofuel factory is no longer converting that food. So now I'm producing food, but that would be industry, and it will be again in a couple of turns. So let's just go and get all of the ships out of the hangars. Okay. DA is the newest one. Okay, we're back to AA. So something I'm probably going to start doing is, because these ships require strategic resources to build, and I'm starting to deplete those, I'm going to probably start producing a whole bunch more of the frigates and targets. Probably going to start doing a lot of those. Um, I have enough finances. I can support something like at least 30 fleets of 30 command points, um, which is way more fleets than I think I'm going to need, right, to win the game. So I think that is far and away excessive to what I'm going to need. So at this point, I have a fleet here. He's going to be on garrison. This guy's going to stay here. This guy's going to stay here. So I need another fleet down here for Pixis to take this one. So I'll need to put another fleet together to come down here and do that. So this guy can come down here. I kind of miss, let's see, I think I have enough going over here now. I've got a couple of light cruisers, a shield and a light cruiser, another shield and another light cruiser, another light cruiser. I think I've got enough going over there. I think I'm good. I think I can go ahead and focus on sending this stuff down here. Send him there. Send him there. Send all those guys down there. This guy, yeah, he's going down there. That's all good. And these guys are heading down to AF, formerly known as Matarka. Okay. So we've taken care of all the fleet movement. Population, let's just run through. Anybody who is, I'm just checking right now for population, if it's growing. What I'm looking for is if it's not growing and they don't have a super biofuel factory yet, then I want to park population in here. Because then when they grow, I mean when I build a structure that increases max population on the planet, then all of a sudden my super biofuel factory isn't doing its job anymore. So, but if I have extra population that I've parked in the spaceport, then I can move them to the system, and I can keep my super biofuel factory going. Uh, Here's an example. He's building it, and I don't have population. This is already full. So, but yeah, that's going to go down to DA. Here's one. Okay, so this guy has a super biofuel factory, and right now this food is being used to build a population, right? But if I take these two population out of the spaceport and put them here on the system, my industry is going to go from 1.8 up to what, 4.8 roughly? 5.1. Okay, so that was like amazing, right? So part of me wants to let this massive industry bleed over into Planet Cracker and increase my science production, but then part of me wants to just crank out a whole bunch more military, and I want to do small fleets. I want to do the small fleets, the small ships, because they don't use any strategic resources. And I kind of want to have some. One of the tactics I like to use is I like to fill my entire every star system that I control. I want to have at least one small ship there on garrison, just to impede exploration by other players. And you can attack them. There's scouts who sneak behind, past your front or whatever. You can just take them out. You can just take them out, and it just solves that, and it also slows them down so much that it it's just a nice tactic, and it's fun and satisfying to prevent them from sneaking around, spying in your back territories. Let's see, this one is one away. So, okay, that's fine. This one does he have a super biofuel factory? He does. All right. Sometimes I'll put a star after it if they have a super biofuel factory or something. Haven't really done that this game. I might do it. Um, I don't know. So this one I could do this. I don't. Does he have super biofuel factory built? The answer is no, not even close. Nope. Okay, so I'll keep stacking up population in the spaceport. Down to EA, otherwise known as ticking on. And CA is moving population down. Gatria, DA. Okay, so this is the one I was going to come back to later. This is the one we just captured. So this is worth 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Once population arrive, this will be worth 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay. Plus a little bit more. Probably at that point, we'll do this. That needs to happen. Yeah, that one's right there. Okay. something roughly like that. I doubt that build queue will get completed. The game will probably be over before that build queue gets built, in all likelihood. But we will see. It's also not going to take 300 turns. But anyway, it's there. It's kind of on autopilot. Once this gets built, I'll probably do this. It takes a fixed number of turns regardless of what your industry actually is, so might as well do it early. Okay, anything here that I need to pay any special attention to? A, B, probably shift some population around here. Okay, so here we see 2,500 food and 1.7, and I have population stacked away here. So we're going to go ahead and pull those pops out of the spaceport and then cause the production to go way up. Okay. BA, similar game, except I don't have the population in the spaceport. So this is what I've been doing for all those 10 turns. Just a lot of micromanaging. Okay, and then population-wise, so what I'm looking for here is populations that aren't growing, but aren't zero. That means they don't have a biofuel factory. And in that scenario, I'm looking to see if maybe I can pile population into the spaceport. Okay, not growing and not a biofuel factory, but we're shipping population. Okay, so that's everything we can do with the population. So now it's just a quick check of, let's see, the laws I got going. I passed the green fertility. Wow, I'm losing my voice already. Excuse me. Yeah, I've been a little under the weather the last few days, and seems like maybe I'm losing my voice. Okay, real quick, I just want to make sure my building queues and my systems don't run dry. And what happens is as soon as this fills up, then all of a sudden all this goes into here, and I've got like 11,000 industries suddenly, and from 5 to like more than double, and all of a sudden this goes from 4 turns to 2 turns, right? So let's go ahead and throw a few ships into the queue just to make sure we don't run dry. So let's do a target. We're going to do target and X frigates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That'll get us through. So these X frigates have an attack of 394, and then the old frigates are 317. The main difference between those is these frigates have 2 beams and 1 gun, and this has 1 beam, 1 gun, and 1 torpedo. Just mixing it up, right? Just, because I've noticed that sometimes the AI player counters the designs, and they go with like all energy. And it's like, well, if you're going all energy, you know, I need to go ahead and do a little bit of torpedoes just to keep you on your toes, you know. Target. So the target has no strategic resources, versus the decoy does have strategic resources. So that's why I'm doing the targets. Those are basically, these are cannon fodder ships. They're just kind of filling out the fleets, giving me something to build. You know, we don't have to build a whole bunch of this stuff, just a little bit. It'd be kind of nice to have like a build 5 button or something, right? Well, that's my alarm. My alarm says we need to wrap this up. So I guess what we're going to do is I will just pick up next time. We'll just pick up next time from here. And yeah, we'll do some more invading, capture some more systems. I may skip a couple of turns to where I can just siege these down and I'm ready to do the next invasion. Something like that. That's the plan, is to put fleets in place here at Bundus, Nakos, get a fleet down here at Pixis. Maybe when this truce wears out over here with United Empire in 8 turns, maybe by then I'll be ready. I'll drop another fleet in over here at Nos. Yeah, we'll siege and invade those systems. That's the plan. And then that'll get us this meta intactogen that we need to do the level 4 upgrades. And then once we have the level 4 upgrade completed on the system, then we can go ahead and build the autonomous administration upgrade that we see here. And it increases the maximum number of systems by 1 when you do the autonomous upgrade. And that will make, like, each one I do, that goes 20, 24, 25, 26, and so on. So it lets me add more systems. So that's the plan. That's the plan, and yeah, so that's what we'll do. So we'll see you next time. If you liked it, please throw me a like. Like, subscribe, comment. I would appreciate it. It'll help the channel out. And most of all, thank you for watching. Definitely appreciate it. Have a good day, and I hope all is well with you and those close to you.